Hello CoActive, and welcome to episode 2 of CoActive at Home. Jackie's laughing at me. I got Jackie behind the camera today. And my news is, today is the anniversary of our first date, when we were 15, 16. Today's the anniversary of that first date, so that's nice, isn't it? That's my bit of news. How many years has it been, Jackie? Come on, she's just shaking her head at me. How many years?
That we have to work out how old we are.
Oh yeah, because I've just said my age, and if we say that, they'll be able to know how old we are. So we're not telling you, but it's... yeah, okay. Alright. The other news is Dan has had his... Daniel Crossfield has had his birthday today. Happy birthday, Dan. As some of you will know, Dan's had a birthday, and I've got the wrong piece of paper here with my notes on, but it's okay. A news from Chantal. Chantal would like to say that she's enjoying spending time with her family during this time. So that's good. So coming up on the DVD this week. Oh no, before we go there, we've got an idea for an intro. You know, TV programmes usually have a bit of an intro going on. And our intro is that we take the music from Friends, which is "I'll be there for you. When the rain starts to go, I'll be here." You know, they're all in a fountain with the umbrellas and that. We can't do the fountain and the umbrellas, but we could all, if you can record yourself singing along to the theme tune to Friends, you can sing out loud and we can capture your voice, or you can mime it. Either way will work. If lots of us can send that in, I can edit it together, and we can have lots of us, lots of faces singing along to that, and we'll use that for our opening credits. That'd be good. So if you can do that, that'd be great. If you can get a support worker to help you, if you've got someone going in or a family member, you can record it on your phones. If you're doing it on your phones, make sure your phones are sideways on, so that it's like the shape of a TV, not the shape of a portrait photograph, but we call it landscape. So coming up this week on the DVD, we have a hello from Gemma. We've got a lovely poem from Stride. Now Stride is our sister organisation, and that's how I think of it anyway. And they've sent us a poem that they've read, and it's lovely. So you'll get to see that. And then we've got Mel, and Mel's doing a proper dance session with us, proper warm up. And getting us to come up with 3 movements. So, and that is about 18 minutes long. So, get your room ready for that. Make a bit of space so that you can join in and participate with Mel. She does that. Then after Mel, I'm doing some artwork, and I'm going on for about 25 minutes. So you might want to break that into another day, or make some time. Make some space to do some art with me. That would be great. Yeah. So, over to you, Gemma.
Hello, my lovelies. I'm coming to you from my garden. Nice to see you. Do you want to see a quick look at my garden? I'll show you it in a minute. Anyway, I was just coming to say hello and see what your best and worst of the week was, and tell you mine. My best and worst of the week was... my best was Easter Sunday was great. And I got a massive chocolate egg that I ate in bed, which was amazing. And my worst is I've decided that I'm going to make a game for Oliver and I out of these wooden pegs. So we've been sawing them up to create like a game of Skittles. And when it's all finished, I'll show you what the game is like. And we're going to sand all these down, all these rough edges, and we're going to paint the tops and put some numbers on. And that's like hard work. I've got a little video of what we're doing, and I'll send it to you. I'm also, I've got a video of Oliver and I doing a song that you can join in with. All right, nice to see you. Take care, my lovelies, take care. So Oliver's going to help me out with a song. I'm going to sing one line, he's going to sing it back, and you can join in with Oliver at home, okay? So, black socks, they never get dirty.
Black socks, they never get dirty.
The longer you wear them, the stronger that you get.
The-
Try that again, come back. And black socks, they never get dirty.
Black socks, they never get dirty.
The longer you wear them, the stronger they get.
The longer you wear them, the stronger they get.
Sometimes I think I might launder them.
Sometimes I think I might launder them.
Then something tells me don't wash them yet.
And something tells me don't wash them yet.
Not yet, not yet, not yet.
Not yet, not yet, not yet.
Excellent. Enjoy!
Hero You Are, a poem written by Troy, a Stride Theatre member.
It's hard what we're facing,
But we are fighting together.
To overcome this challenge of beating a virus.
We pray for us, we will get through it.
Hero you are, you keep fighting. Hero you are, you keep praying. Hero you are strong.
It's just the beginning of fighting, but we will win. By our hospitals and key workers helping to support us.
it's a blessing and we are thankful.
Stay strong and keep doing what we do.
Hero you are, you keep fighting. Hero you are, you keep praying. Hero you are strong.
Hi CoActive, welcome to my living room. We're going to do a bit of a dance warm-up and improvisation. So I thought we'd begin with some breathing. So I'd like you to put your hands on your rib cage and your stomach. I want you to take a breath in and a breath out. And as you're breathing, I want you to just be aware of how you expand and get bigger, and then how your ribs get smaller and your stomach gets smaller as you breathe out. Feel the breath enter and exit. Just place your hands in different places, okay, and see if you can feel the breath expand you, make you bigger. And if you put your fingers together, just lightly, as you breathe in, you can see they're coming apart and drawing together again. Lovely. Okay, keep being aware of our breath. And now let's find a comfortable place to stand. So a good place to stand is so your feet are hip width apart. Bend your knees and make sure they're going over your toes. You have a bit of a shake. Your arms drop naturally. So you're not folding them back, you're not slumping them forward. A good way of telling is if you send them out to the side and you can wiggle your fingers and see them in your peripheral vision, in your visions at the sides of your eyes. And drop. Lovely. And then just check your pelvis. If you tip it around a bit, you can see that that's, if you had a big tail sticking out, it'd be sticking up. If you tip it down, going through your legs, what you want it to be is just dropping towards the floor. Yeah? And look at and think about your neck, that your neck is sticking out. Push right down. It's just long. You feel like it's a helium balloon pulling you up through right through your centre. Lovely. Lovely. It's a really good, healthy position. Right, we're going to wake up our bodies. We're going to begin by giving them a bit of a hello, to give them a bit of a squeeze. Say, hi body. Give it a bit of a squeeze all around your arms, to your hands and your fingers. Say hello. It's your body, so you don't have to be shy with it. Squeeze the back of your neck and your shoulders. Give it a good bit of a squeeze. Yeah, squeeze down the legs. Oh, good. You can lift your leg up if you're feeling good. If your balance is good. And your feet. Or you can just stretch down towards the floor. Yeah, there we go. A good squeeze. And your bum. Bum a squeeze, your bum. There we go. Maybe don't squeeze anyone else's bum. Yours is okay. Good, 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 good. Now I'm going to give it a rub. Oh, excellent. Across the chest. Keeping that breath going in and out. Rub around your tummy, this is where all your organs are. Give them a good rub. Around the back with your kidneys. Lovely. Like having a big shower. Down your legs, around those knees, around your joints. Around your feet. You don't have to balance to do this. You can lean over or sit down if you need to. Good rub. Lovely. Good work. Bring them all a bit alive. Excellent. Oh, under those armpits are good as well. Give them a big stretch. Lovely. Let's not forget our head. More gentle here, maybe. Good. Warm up your hands. And place them onto your face. Lovely. Give a bit of a massage around your jawline. Pitter patter around your eyes. Down beside your ears. On top of your head. Around the back of your ears. Give a bit of a rub if you like, around your ears. Lovely, all those places we leave out. Lovely. Great. Now we're going to do a little whoosh. A little whoosh. Whoosh down our arms. Whoosh. 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 Lovely. Particularly over your hands. Lovely. A good pull. Energise them. Lovely. I think a shake will be good now. Give your arms a bit of a shake, give them a throw. Lovely. Your shoulders. Give your shoulders a bit of a shake. I keep seeing my neighbours looking through at me, wondering what I'm doing. Give them a shake. Oh, around your top. Lovely. Your hips. See if you can get your bottom flesh to just shake off your bone. There you go. Whoa. Your leg. You can't see my leg. Give it a shake. Oh. The other leg. Like a kick. I'll throw. Lovely. Lovely. Send it back if you want. your breath. Send your arms in a different direction if you've got the room. I had to move some furniture out to create a bit of room. Your face, give it a bit of a shake. Lovely. Okay, so the exercise we're going to do today is, we've done it with each other before, we're going to do it on our own. We're going to send an impulse into different parts of our bodies and seeing where they move. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a bit of an example, and then we're going to put some music on and we're going to do it together. You don't need to look at me, I'll just dance alongside you, it's your dance. You can move any way you like. But let me give you a few examples. So, you might send the impulse, you might touch your shoulder, and then see where that shoulder takes you. What journey might that shoulder take? What might it do? And then when it feels like the shoulder's come to the end of its journey, you might send the impulse somewhere else. See what that might do. What kind of impulse that might take. Yeah? When you feel that's made its journey, you might choose another place. Might be quite tricky places. More unusual places. Okay. Okay, do you get the idea? So in that little improvisation, I used my shoulder, and that went on a journey, led the rest of my body in a movement. Then it was my hip, and it was my stomach, that went on a bit of a journey. It was my nose. Yeah? What do you think about? You can do it from your chin, your tongue, your ear, any part of your body you like, your toe. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some music on and we're going to have a bit of time of improvising together. So really see what you can get out of each bit of movement, each element. Okay, shall we have a go together? Just put the music on. Start any place you want to, any position you want to, and choose a part of the body. Okay. I wonder how you got on with that. A bit out of breath. So the next thing I want you to do is to think about the bits you liked best. So what did I like best? I quite liked my wrist one. That was quite nice. I had a wrist one I quite enjoyed. That was quite good fun. So that might be a movement I keep. Yeah. And then I quite enjoyed my elbow. I like this movement. And what else should I go for? A hip, I quite like a hip. I quite like this movement I was doing actually. There's a movement like this I quite enjoyed. Back to front one, up around and up and down. And then what I want you to do is to link them together. And that will become your motif. I want you to rehearse it, and that'll be your bit of movement. And then next time we'll do something with it. So I'm going to put some music on, I'm going to do mine, see if you can do yours, and then we'll come back to it next time. I'll put the music on. Do it again. I'll probably get it wrong. So as you can see, as I'm repeating it, it's getting purer. It's got a bit of a sway to each of mine. So that's my motif. And what I might be able to do with this, I might be able to make bits of it bigger. I might be able to put a pause in it. I might be able to reverse it. I might be able to make it travel. So think about how you might develop your motif. And that's your task for today. Okay, thank you very much. I hope you're a little bit out of breath as well as I am. And I will see you next week. Bye-bye.
So, yeah, now you might be thinking, Jodie, that's a very brave choice of outfit today. Now you have chosen blue and orange, and we know that's very brave because we've done our colour wheel, and we know blue and orange is an opposite colour. Call it complementary, a bit weird. We're calling it opposite colour because blue is opposite orange on the colour wheel. That means your clothes are being extra bright and zingy. Well, CoActive, this is no time to be shy. This is a time for bravery. But I will take off my top because I don't want to get paint on my hoodie. I think I'll manage with that, getting paint on my t-shirt, but I will take paint off my hoodie. And I've gone for dark blue. See, controversial. Brave, I know. Okay. So I'm going to bring us back to colour wheel. Brilliant, we've seen pictures of the colour wheel. I'm going to bring us back to the picture we did. This is the one I did. I don't know which way up is the right way up. don't know really. Anyway, there's a line. There's a line going down through the picture. And we're going to come back to it because what's good about these paints is they're called acrylic paints. And that means when they dry, and this is totally dry now, when they dry, they're waterproof, which means I can paint over the top and what's underneath will just stay where it is. Do you remember those old paints you used to get at school, or poster paints? What happens is if you tried to go over it, the paint underneath would redissolve and it would all go muddy and all the colours would go and it would all go brown and muddy. Not with acrylic paints because they stay waterproof. So there are different things you can do when you put your paint on and when you get your paint going and you paint over the top of your painting. You can make your paint really watery, and when you paint it on it means the colours underneath come through. So if you use watery paint, like thin paint, you can start creating layers which can be really beautiful. Or you can put your paint on thick and you can just go over the top. So what's good about painting is sometimes people will start painting and then they'll give up because it looks rubbish. But the secret with acrylic paint is keep going, because you can just go over the top of it and you can just add to it. You can enhance it, or you can just go over the top and like rub it out really, because you're just going right over the top of it.
Go.
I'm going to show you two examples of what people have done, what some of you have done since last week. Here's Dan's. Now, as you can see with Dan, there's two. When I said make an edge, Dan wasn't kidding. He has made a very clear edge. It's really bold, really strong, nice straight line. Really effective. Now I'm going to show you Chantel's. How different is Chantel's, but just as beautiful. You see how all the different colours that she's really got into mixing colour, and all the different colours, and that blue there that kind of shines out. Okay, so we've got two things, and Chantel and Dan might want to bring different things now to their image. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to get your piece of painting that you did before, and we're going to work into it. We're going to carry on that one piece. So what I want you to do is, I think you've all got one. I want you to take your hand. You're going to place your hand on the picture somewhere. And we're just going to draw around our hand with a pencil. There should be a pencil in your pack that's come out this week. Or if not, hopefully you might have a pencil at home. If you've not received a pencil. Okay, I've drawn around my hand. It doesn't show up very well where it's dark, but I can see it's a little bit shiny, so I can see where my hand shape is. Oh, and I'm quite pleased with it because it cuts into this nice edge that we've made, and it cuts right into it, which is lovely. Now we're going to get. I've just realised I've forgotten my palette, so bear with me while I get a paint palette. Right, so I've got my plate. There's my palette. I've got my water and my brushes. Now my idea for today is that we use white and black paint. So I'm getting a dibber for my white. Doing some white on the plate. I've just made the dibber out of, I think I said this last week, I've just folded up a bit of, there was an old magazine and I ripped out a page of it. Folded it up lots of times. Just that's all it is really, because of them. Now the black, you won't need much black compared with the white. I've got my water. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the white, and inside the hand I'm just going to lighten it up. I'm going to water the white down so that it's nice and loose, and then I'm going to paint in the hand. So here we are. I'll just bring the water in so you can see what I'm doing. I've got my pot of water that I'll keep going into. And I'm bringing out some of my water and putting it next to the white and mixing it in. Now this is where if you've used cardboard or paper or anything for a palette and you want to make the paint really wet, it won't work so well. You really need a waterproof palette. If you're struggling to find something, let us know and I'll get something to you. You can see how the paint's really nice. The paint's nice and wet and loose. Okay, just take the water out of the way. And now inside the hand that I've drawn, I'm just going to start lightening it up. Here I've just dipped my brush in water, not with paint, just to take the paint. And I'm colouring in essentially with the hand. I'm using really white, really thin paint, really watery white paint. So when the paint's nice and wet, and then you could add, here I'm adding thick paint and just put it into where it's watery, and you can bring up the thickness of it a bit. Yeah, Jackie's got me a pad, thank you, Jackie. And with the pad you can actually take it away, take the paint away as you're adding it, so you can really control what you do with the watery paint. I'll put one of these in your packs. Hang on, I need to remember a pencil, a pad. Yeah, no problem. So I'm going back to the watery paint, and I'm going to bring it in here now. A bit more water on my brush to really get the paint moving around. So there you get the idea, and then you can, oh, that's too much there, I'm going to take that out. Right, I think I'm going to keep going with this and we'll speed up the footage. Okay, so you can see where I've filled in the hand and I've made it whiter against one edge of the finger and then quite really thin down here so that the colours underneath come through. You can still see the line between the orange and the blue. And it looks a bit ghostly, doesn't it? Oh. But it's like created a glaze or a layer that you can still see through. But it's quite beautiful the way that it brings out some of these brush strokes down here. I'm quite pleased with that, even if I do say so myself. So, time for you to have a go. So, press your pause button and we'll be back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want us to do something else to this, but with acrylic paints it's really good if we let that dry, that will become waterproof and will stay there, and then we can add paint to enhance it or to layer on top of it or to go over the top of it and get rid of it. So we're going to let that dry. Okay, well done. So while that's drying, in your pack I've also put another piece of photocopied piece of paper that we're going to work on. Now this comes from a series of drawings that I did. I was lucky to be in a workshop where there was a dancer, and we were to draw the dancer as she moved. She didn't stop for us to move. So we were making marks to show the kind of movements that she did and to track maybe one part of her body. And there's a series of drawings. But what we've got here is one of the drawings I did, and I've copied it so that you can have it, because I thought the curves were quite nice, and it shows, and it's behind it is Wilbur's complaining. His food things have gone in the dishwasher, and he's wondering where all his food is. It's just because we need to wash up his containers. He's put me right off. So, would you like to take your picture, use whatever colours you like, and would you like to use the colours as a guide and to make edges? It's like colouring in really, but we're going to think, especially when you use pens, you're just blocking colour. But with this we can change it, can't we? We can make it more painterly. We can alter the colour and bring out the edges, and use whatever colours you like. Maybe make it, you know, it's Easter, so make it nice and bright and fun maybe. So I'm going to get the colours going. I found these glue sticks which make great dibbers. It saves me tearing up bits of magazine. Maybe you can now go and try and paint your dancer design. What should we call it? Dancer moves. We're going to call it dancer moves. So we're going to colour in your dancer moves lines, add colour to it, see what you can come up with, something bright with different different blocks of colour in, where it merges together or maybe fades around. Play about with it, have fun. Off you go, and we'll see you back. Have a go, and we'll see you back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
So how did you find that, filling in our moving dancer painting? I found it really fiddly. At CoActive in sessions, and I'm talking to CoActive artists now, our CoActive artists, we've been working quite big, we've been working massive, and I find it really strange and fiddly working like on such small spaces. How did you find that, I wonder? But what you can do now at home, you can have lots of different bits of artwork on the go at the same time, just as long as you've got somewhere to put it to dry, like on the top of the fridge or something, or on a windowsill that's not going to bother anyone else. As long as you've got space for that, you can have lots of different paintings on the go. You can do a bit, leave it alone, let it dry, come back to it, work into it again, and maybe you could be doing a bit of painting every day. Now that's exciting. CoActive artists, that is exciting to think that you would be working on your painting every day. And what with being stuck at home, you might as well, eh? That would be good. And that is really exciting. Right. And we're going to come back to this one next week. I'm going to get you to look. I'm going to show you some David Hockney paintings next week. We're going to work on this again. I hope that's okay. So we're going to put that to one side, and then we're going to come back to our, put that somewhere to dry, and we're going to come back to our other painting, our painting of the hand. Okay, so we've let this one dry, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to use black. Now we need to be really careful with black because it's such a heavy, strong colour that you can just put it on. So let's dab on some water onto the plate. So we're making a little puddle of water. And then I'm just going to drag a bit of black in, like that. You see how strong the colour is, and how strong it is. So we've got a nice watery black. And what I'm thinking is, where I've got this white edge here, the other side, I'm going to make that contrast even stronger. And I'm going to do that by putting black on the other side. Oh, see, it's come out so strong. I don't want it that strong, I want it more watery than that. So I'm washing out my brush. So it's a clean brush. And then I'm just going to drag the paint away and down. So I'm just darkening it all a bit and then just taking it out. And now it's probably a bit too not dark enough. But that's alright, I've got that page wet now and I can just go back and just feed in a bit of black. And that's just puffing around, it's not quite working. Right, so I'm going to go back to just a little tiny dab of the thick paint, and just where it's wet I'm just going to go in like that and it should just bleed in around. Yeah, that's better. I should just bleed in around the edge. All down there it's not wet, so it's kind of taking the colour a bit much. Let's see what we can do. We can get our pad and we can just take it away like that, which is quite handy. So I kind of created like a shadow along that edge, but it's making that edge jump. Done it again. I think what we should have done is start with just water. We'll do that next time. We'll start with just water. So I'm just going to paint that area by the hand. That's what seems to work best. And I'm going to go in and just take a little dab of black and feed it into that edge. And it bleeds out, which is nice. In my brush, clean brush, drying my brush, and then I'm just, with a dry brush, I'm just taking away that outside bit and blending it in with the rest of the picture. Okay, so what did I do? I got just water, that's what seemed to work on that edge. And painted it so it was that area was wet, and then got a bit of black, fed it in, tiniest bit of black on the end of your end of your brush, and fed it in to the edge, and make it. Oh, that's a bit strong, isn't it? Whoa, that's when you go. Whoa, don't panic! Don't panic! And I'm getting it wet. I'm getting my cloth and just dabbing it off again. Okay, I'm switching to a big brush, and I think over here we want to go a lot darker. Why, do you ask? Why? Well, I don't know really, I just fancy it, just thought then, oh, let's go darker over here. So I did do. Right, now I'm regretting making that, where that was like a yellowy orange. I'm regretting doing that so strong, so I'm going to get I'm going to take it out around there. Right. Okay, you going to have a go? Press pause on your DVD and we'll come back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so if you've been doing all of these art activities, you'll be building up quite a few bits of artwork now. Make sure you keep them safe and photograph them, because they're showing off some really good skills that you're developing. You'll be getting to know how to use. I'll shut the door when it's in the kitchen. You'll be getting to know how to use acrylic paint in different ways, and if you can demonstrate that through taking photographs of your work and sending it in, then I think we'll have to issue some certificates to show this achievement. What else do I need to say? Make sure that I should have said this on the last DVD, make sure you wash out your brushes well. So we need to make sure that we don't waste any paint. So scraping what we don't use from the dibbers and putting it back in. Putting the lids on nice and secure so that they don't dry out. So with our brushes, we're just swishing out the water pot, and the stream of the water down here, we're just going to keep stabbing the brush in the water and keep working it until it all runs clear. That's clean. In your packs this week, I am including a rock, because rocks are really good with acrylic paint. They take acrylic paint really well and you can paint and design. I'm thinking come up with an Easter design for your rock. And don't forget, you need to let it dry, and then you do the other side. And like if you do one colour, let it dry before then you start on the other colour. So you'll have to keep doing it and coming back to it. But there's a rock. And there'll also be, in your packs this week, there'll be there'll be a printout of a rainbow shape. Now in the news you might have seen around abouts that people have been putting pictures of rainbows in their windows to show appreciation for the NHS. So if you want to join in with that, there's you've got the paints, you know how to make all the colours, and there's a rainbow shaped template for you to paint onto. Let us know if you need any art materials, if you're running out of a particular colour, or you need some more paper. Let us know and we'll do what we can to help you. Or if you're struggling to find a palette or a water pot or something like that, let us know. And I hope you have a very good week, and we'll be back with some more activities next week. Bye!